Hey, so today I am going to be doing like a Christmassy look, and I know this is going up after Christmas, but it's overall just a really neat holiday look, and it'd be perfect for if you're wearing something red or white like I am. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So I already did my brows, and now I'm just going to use concealer and prime my eyelids, and I don't really use it to shape my brows anymore since I do them more feathery. I will go in and clean it up a little bit just so that it's primed all the way up to the brow. And then I just blend it out with an angled blending brush. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my skin, and to do my skin lately I don't really like much coverage, so I just use powder foundations, and I use the Maybelline Fit Me, and then I'll also go in and use my Coty Airspun to like blur any imperfections that I don't want to show. I'm going to take it on the sponge that comes with it, and I'm just going to take it underneath the eye. Then I want to go on to like the center part of my cheek just to cover up a little bit. And then my forehead's pretty good, but I just do like a little layer of it and a little tiny bit of what's left over on my chin. To highlight my under eyes, I'm going to take my contour and blush palette and mix these two shades. And I'm going to mix them on a stippling brush and then just place them right in here. And then I like to do some of that on my chin as well, and on my center of my forehead. Next, using a tiny fluffy brush and my cherry shade palette, I'm going to mix this shade and contour. And then I'll take some of the lighter shade on my forehead. And dipping into the contour and blush palette, I'm just going to mix these two shades of pink and apply that and blend it into the contour. I'm going to take it onto the tip of my nose. Next, mixing the two contour shades that I used, I'm going to put that onto my nose. And now I'm going to take the Coty Airspun powder. Using the stippling brush, I'm going to cut my cheek. And then I'm going to put a little bit on my upper lip to kind of brighten it up. Now I'm just going to let you guys get in a little closer for my eye look. So for this festive eye look, I'm going to use the same two palettes that I always use, which are the Morphe 35OM palette and the Modern Renaissance palette. From the Morphe palette, my first shade is going to be this one. And we're just going to use that to give ourselves like a better base, and we're going to go in with it right in the crease. And today we're going to be doing a cut crease, so I'm going to go ahead and blend this color all the way up to the brow and just leave where my brow highlight would go darker, since this is just like the first shade, but all the other shades we're going to keep away from the brow. This just will help with some continuity later on. And as always, I'm just using an angled blending brush to do this look. So today we're going to use the red shades mostly, so I'm going to be taking first this one. It's kind of more muted than the other one in this palette. Take it, and I'm going to first put it right inside of the crease and then slowly move it upwards. but not too upwards, like just about to there. And then I'm gonna make sure I get like close to the inner corner. And then once we're at the end, I'm gonna start swooping it out like this, so that I get that kind of wave shape. And it's okay if it goes really far out. Next, I'm going to be taking this deeper red shade, and I'm going to focus it on the brush, on like the back side of the brush instead of the top flat part of the brush. And then I'm going to be putting it in the crease really kind of low, and it's going to get all over the lid, but that's perfectly fine. And we're just going to deepen the red color, but we're going to keep this one in the crease more. And I'm applying a lot of pressure so that way the color stays in the crease. With the same brush, we're going to move into the Modern Renaissance palette, and we're going to be using the shade Red Ochre, which is even darker, and focusing it on the same part of the brush that we were the previous shade. We're going to look down this time and apply it more towards where the lid is, and then blend it into the other shade. For the next shade that we're going to do, we're going to kind of make it ourselves. So I'm going to take the black eyeshadow from the Forever 21 palette that I have, and I'm going to mix it with Red Ochre, and I'm going to do this on a bullet type of pencil brush, and that's just going to give me like a really dark red. So I'm just going to put this color right there. And this brush is really hard to blend with since it's so dense, so I'm just going to take the previous brush to blend the colors together. We're going to take the color that we used on the pencil brush and drag that underneath the eye. Next, I'm going to take concealer on the concealer brush that I used to prime my lids, and I'm going to dot it right in the center of both my eyelids. And then I'm going to spread it out to cut my crease. So I'm just going to do it because it's kind of hard to explain, but if I look like that, it'll show me where I need to cut the crease once I put the color there. So then we just go in and follow and fill in where we need to cut it. And then to get the swishy part to be swishy, you just literally have to basically do like a wing shape whenever you're cutting it, so go down and then go back up. And then I like to go on the opposite side of my brow just to make sure the color stays before my brow ends. And then I'm going to use the shade Tempera from the Modern Renaissance palette on my lid, so I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and I'll be back afterwards. I'm just going to follow over where the concealer is. Now I'm going to use the e.l.f. Little Black Beauty Book Warm Edition, and it has, I've had this for a really long time, so it's kind of a mess on the inside, but I'm going to use this dark green shade mixed with the medium green shade, and I'm going to use that as an eyeliner, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it has quite a bit of fallout, so when something falls out, I'm just going to use the stippling brush to dust it away. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera because it took 3 minutes. I cleaned it up by using the white shade and like putting that back on again. And as you can see, I did the cut crease like a little high. So what I'm gonna do is take a metallic matte lipstick. So I'm gonna put the red metallic shade on the angled brush, and I'm gonna for my actual creases and just recut the crease, but it's just gonna be this line there. Just like that. I'm gonna dust away this powder. I'm sorry I keep moving the camera around, it's just the lighting is changing a lot and I'm sitting on my floor, so I keep moving the camera. I know it's like making this entire video a mess, but apparently I never learned my lesson. I'm gonna take some of the red again. I'm gonna like do a few candy cane stripes. And so now we're just gonna do our inner corner highlight and then pop on some lashes. I'm gonna use just some wispy lashes like I always use, and then for my inner corner highlight I'm gonna be using the shade Vermeer. So this is the final eye look, and I'm gonna put on the lashes and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the final look with lashes. And for the highlight, I'm going to be taking a mixture of the pink and the vanilla-y shade. The last part of today's look is going to be using NYX Liquid Lip Suede in Cherry Skies. And that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video and this like peppermint kind of candy cane on top of a tree look. And I hope you guys all had happy holidays. I wish I could like edit this fast enough to get it up by tomorrow, which is Christmas, but unfortunately I can't. Maybe next year, hopefully next year, I'll be able to do something like more extra for Christmas. But that's all, so thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.